and welcome to this video showing you how you can use the amazing free cloud-based graphic design tool called Canva to create quote images for your social media accounts. So if you are watching this video inside the social media strategy system mini course, you will know that I do provide you with 12 months of content prompts along with many other resources. Let me just go over there now. Along with many other resources to help you with your social media posting. So if we look, for example, if we go to August, let me just move my face out of the way here. If we go to August, it suggests on the 30th of August, you maybe want to post a photo quote overlay, and you can then even go over to the quotes sheet where there's a whole list of quotes that you can pick and choose from, and I do add to them all the time. So the first thing you need is a Canva account. Now, I am an affiliate of Canva, so all that means is because Canva is a freemium software, meaning that it is completely free to use, but there are certain features that is only available if you upgrade to a paid account. But I will say that in order to create these quote images, you do not need to have a pro account. But there are some advantages to upgrading, and I will go through some of those advantages as well. So what I can say is, even if you are just creating a free account, I would be so appreciative if you would use my affiliate link to sign up, so that if in the future you ever do upgrade to a paid account, all it means is that I will be paid a small commission for you doing that, and there is no additional charge to you. So if you are wanting to sign up using my affiliate link, you will find my link in the description box below. But as I said, you can sign up without it as well. So what you want to do is go to the home page and then click on sign up. And then there are three ways you can sign up. You can sign up with a Google account, with your Facebook account, or you can sign up with an email. I usually just sign up with a Google account. It doesn't give Canva any access to your Gmail account. It's just a way of signing in with an authenticated password and email. So I already have a Canva account, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Sign in with my account. Now, let me just give you a quick little tour of Canva. This isn't intended to be a in-depth tutorial on how to use Canva, but if it's your first time in Canva and you don't know what it's about, I think it would be good to just give you a little tour and to talk about what the benefits are of the pro versus free plan. So the free plan is perfectly fine to create basic graphics. And the great thing about Canva is that all the designs you created are stored in your design section. And if you download the Canva app onto your mobile phone, anything you create on the desktop, when you refresh the app on your phone, you will have access to all of those designs. So if you want to create something on your desktop, but you don't want to post it quite yet, and you want to post it onto Instagram from your phone, you can then just open up the app on your phone, refresh it, your design will be there. You can then share it straight to your Instagram or Facebook or whatever the case may be, straight from your phone. So that's one of the great things about Canva. But I think the best thing about Canva is that it provides you with all these templates for different purposes. So if you didn't know, different different social media type posts have different size dimension requirements. So if you type in Facebook, for example, and you hover over there, you'll see, like, if the Facebook cover is that big banner that goes across your Facebook page, and that requires dimensions of 2050 by 780 pixels, whereas a Facebook post is only 940 by 788 pixels. So by using Canva, you get the exact right dimensions that you can then fill up with your images and words. Similarly, if we type in Instagram, you will see there's a whole bunch of different types of Instagram posts. So you can, so an Instagram post, for example, is square. So it's 1080 by 1080, whereas an Instagram story is a long post. So that's 1080 by 1920 pixels. And So for the purposes of this video, we are going to be creating an Instagram post. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. When you select on the size template that you want, you can choose from these pre-designed templates. Sometimes these are posts that people created and they shared it publicly. And if you like the look of it, you can pick one and then you just change out the image and the words. And if you already like, the font they've used and you just want to change out the words and the pictures, you can go ahead and do that. But for this video, we are going to be going from scratch. So I'm going to be selecting the blank template. So as you will see, when you open up, it provides you with this canvas. So this white square that you see here is your post, and you're just going to now add your content to that. So if we look at our 12 months content prompts and we go to our quotes, let's say we want to use this quote, which is act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. And what we're wanting to do is create a beautiful, visually captivating image that will draw attention and attract people to the post so that they will either want to read the caption or like the post or engage with it somehow. So the first thing we want to do is add an image to this blank canvas. So there are two ways that you can add an image. You can either add your own image by going to uploads on the side over here, and you can upload an image or a video. So you can go to your computer and choose a picture that you already have. If you have your own pictures from your own phone, that's perfectly fine. But if you don't have any beautiful pictures that you think will match, you can also go over to in the social media strategy system Excel sheet. There is a tab there called free stock image resources, and there's a bunch of free and paid websites that you can go and visit. So if we go, for example, let's go to unsplash.com. If we go to that website and we said that the quote that we wanted to use, let me just move this out of the way. So we said that the quote we wanted to use is act as if what you do makes a difference. It does, by William James. So let's say we want to choose an image that is inspirational, that shows magnitude or making a difference. So let's choose a word like freedom, say, for example. Okay, and then we can choose a bunch of images there. There's a stunning image that we can use there. And you can download this image for free. And you can save that in your, so let's say you want to label this quote image, and on the calendar it said for 30 August. So 2020. So let's label the picture that so we know what picture we're talking about. Find the image that we wanted, and it will now upload into Canva. And there we go. So once you have your image there, you can then add that image to your canvas, and we can just simply resize it to fit into this template by dragging it along the edges. Okay, and then the second way that you can add images is to use what Canva provides you natively. So if you go to photos on the side here, you can type in the same thing. So let's type in freedom, and it will give you a whole bunch of images here. So one of the advantages of having a pro account is that where you see it says pro, these are, if you are a pro subscriber, you get these premium images for free. But like I said, there are lots of images that you can use that are already free. Like this is a free image that you can use. But if you want to be able to use any of these pro images, then you need to be a Canva subscriber. Okay, so let's say we want to use one of our own images, and I've got this image that I want to use here. I'm going to resize it. And I've chosen this image because I like that it's got this big open space here. And it's showing like he's on top of the world and we're trying to make a difference in the world. So We're just going to extend that. So anything that you have outside of the square won't show up in your post. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So we've settled on an image and we have the right size. So the next thing we want to do is actually add the quotes. We're going to go to add text over here. We're going to add a heading. And then we're going to go over to our quotes and copy the quote that we want. Copy that. Okay. And we've got our image there. And then we want to also put the name of the author. We want to credit the author. So let's copy that. Okay. So now we want to fix this up a bit because it doesn't look great as it is. So now let's say the first thing we want to do is we want to change the font. So Canva provides you with all these amazing Google fonts, not just the usual ones you get in Microsoft Word. And one of the advantages as well of the Pro plan is that you can upload fonts. So if you have had a graphic designer do your logo and create font combinations for you and they provide you with the font files, you can actually upload fonts. So for example, for the Private Practice Growth Club, these I don't never know how to say this font, but these Montserrat alternates are not, you won't find in the Canva, in your normal fonts. These are fonts that I've uploaded because they are specific to my brand. Same with Claxton, regular, bold, and all of those things. But for the purposes of this one, let's just choose our own one. So let's say we want to use Josephine. We can check out what that one looks like. No, let's say Play Free Display. Yeah, I like that one. That looks a little bit more classic. So you can also choose if you want to make it all caps or if you want or not. You can also then make the lines further apart, the letters further apart. Okay, we want to leave it like that. You can also make the line height so that the lines separate more. Okay, and we want to leave it like that. You can also want it to anchor in the middle or at the top. Okay, so we're going to leave it like that. Then you want to maybe change the font size because this is now a little bit too big. Let's make it 32. That's too small. 48 maybe. 46. Okay, and then you can use the box to actually change the size. Now I want to actually make the name William James a little bit smaller, so I'm going to make that 42 and make a space over there. And maybe what we'll do is put this one on a new line and then enlarge this. That looks nice. So I'm going to stick this right here in the middle in this open space. And to me, that looks great. And then another thing you can do is you can, which I recommend you do, because if people like the quote and they want to repost it or they want to share it on Facebook, you want people to know where you are. So what I like to do is add a little body of text at the bottom, and you can add it at the bottom or wherever it's going to be visible but still look nice in the design. And you can put your website. So let's say I put www.privatepracticegrowthclub.co.za, or you can put your social media handle if you want more people to visit you. Now we need to change this color to white. So that's another thing you can do. You can change your text colors. We're going to make this really tiny because we want it to be seen, but not really that much. I mean, just remember this is only a 45%. If you look at the 100% size of the post, it is actually visible over there. But let's say, let me just shrink this down again. But let's say we don't want it to be 12. Let's say a good size for social media is 16 or 18. So we've got our website over there. You can put it on the top. You can put it on the bottom. You can put it on the side. I'm going to put it on the top over there. so that it's nice and centered and visible and everything looks lined up. And then maybe move this one a little bit down. So one of the other things you can do is also add your logo. Now, another thing that's nice about the Pro plan is that if you go to folders, you can actually store your folders in the logo section. Or if you have templates you want to create where you know, okay, this is always what it's going to look like. You're just going to switch out the picture and the quote, but you're going to always have the same font and the same sort of layout, then you can actually save it as a template and always use it again. So let's say I've got my logo saved under there. So I'm going to go to logos and I'm going to make this a bit smaller and put my logo down here in the middle. Let's say we put my logo here in the corner. Okay. I don't like the way that looks there, so I'm actually just going to move it back down here. And I like it. Okay, yeah, that looks a lot better. Now, I wanted to show you that sometimes, like this looks great as it is, but sometimes you might find that the image that you're using is really busy and you need to actually put an overlay over the text. So let's say if we didn't use this picture, let's say we used a different picture. Let's say we use this image, for example, that we found on Unsplash. Okay. Now, as you can see, the problem with this image is that the text here is not really great to be able to see. So let's say we want to make that a bit smaller, but now you can't really see that. So one of the things that you can do is you go over here to elements and you can choose a shape. So I've used squares before, but you can just type in square. And again, you've got your free squares, and then you've got all kinds of things that is available only on Pro. So we're going to choose the free square over there. Now we're going to change the square to black, and we're going to change the text over here to white. And what we are going to do now is put this over the text. So if you find that the block is covering, like you can't see the words anymore, there's something called position. So if we move this block forward, it means that the words will be behind the block, but we want it to be in front of the block. So we're going to put it back to there. Going to resize this. Resize this nicely. Now, we obviously don't want to take away what we see here in the background. So what we're going to do is go to this little transparency label over here, and we can actually make this block transparent, which means that now we've actually got this more visible. So I'm going to move this a little bit more this way so that the man is not in the way. That's a lot better. Let's move him a little bit more this way. Right, and that looks so much better. So that's what you can do there. So now with this design, it looks better if the website is down in the middle, and we can maybe move the logo to the top here as well, or we can move the logo to the side. And that's it. So now the last thing you want to do is you want to name this file something. So what I recommend is, because you are making this post for posts in your social media content prompts, what you're going to do is, so let's say we are in August, and okay, so let's say you are in August. Now there's more than one place here where you have a quote image. So let's say this particular quote image is for August 20th. So we've got August 20th. So then what we're going to do here, what I recommend you do is actually label this quote image 20 August 2020. And then you can go ahead and download this onto your computer. And then what you can do is on your computer, you can have a folder for each month. So you can have a folder called Instagram and then August 2020. And then you can download quote image 20 August into that folder so that when you do your scheduling of the post, which we will deal with in a different video, you can easily just go and pick, use the images that you have stored there. As I said in the beginning, the other option that you can have is just to have this saved. And then if you want to post it straight to social media, you can open the Canva app on your phone, refresh, this design will be there, and you can then share it straight to Instagram. And that's how you create your quote images. Actually, before I go, there's one last thing I forgot to mention, which is another huge benefit, time-saving benefit of the Pro plan, is that in the Pro plan, you can actually resize your images. So this post, for example, was created for the Facebook post dimensions. And let's say I want to also post this in my Instagram stories, which is a portrait view size. It's a completely different size. If I wanted to make this post the same thing on stories, I would have to go and create a new image in the Instagram stories dimension, and then add the image, and then add the text, and then edit all the text and all of that stuff. Whereas with the pro account, all I need to do is go to resize, and then I can either put in custom dimensions if I want it for something specific, like on my website, or I can actually choose from the different dimensions that they already have templates for. So I've used Instagram story before, so it's on the top for what I've recently used. So if I click that, it will give me an option to either resize the current post, it will resize this current post that I'm viewing now, or to copy and resize, which means it will copy this post and then in the resized dimensions, but this post will remain as it is. So if you're creating a post for Facebook, Instagram stories, whatever the different platforms are, LinkedIn that you're creating, you can have then multiple of the same posts in the different sizes. So if I click copy and resize, you will see it opens up a new page, and it will automatically be resized to the correct dimensions. And at the top here, it will say copy of and the name of whatever you named your previous post. So if this is, if this was in our previous example, we labeled it in 26 August, or Facebook post or Instagram post 26 August 2020, you can now change this and label it Instagram stories 26 August 2020, so that you know, and then so that when you download this, you can download it with the correct name into the folder that you want to download it to. And then of course you can still edit this, so you can still make the words bigger if you prefer the words on this to be a little bigger, but at least all the text is there in the correct font, the image is there, it looks great. It's quick and easy to do. It took like a few seconds, and that's also one of the advantages. But otherwise, like I said, you can do everything you need to with a free plan. It just takes a lot more steps and a lot more time. So if you feel that your time is worth it, I'm not sure, because you pay in dollars, so the amount fluctuates depending on the rand dollar currency. But I mean, I don't pay more than 300 rand. It's 200 and something. I can't remember what the last amount I paid was, 200 and something rand. And you can cancel at any time. So you can also, like, if you feel you want to batch content for the month, for like a few months, and create a few of these quote images, or for the whole year, you can sign up for the free plan, for the pro plan, do everything you need to do, and then cancel your account pretty simply, and then just create an upgrade again as you need to. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and I probably will do more tutorials using Canva in the future.